Plaintiff Kira DeReamer claims her work on the song Suicide Note is being denied by the band who asked for help, then lied about her contribution. She's suing for $1,000. Defendants Freak the Mighty say their work is highly personal, and it would be impossible for the plaintiff to write things that only they have experienced. She's fabricating her participation in their original song, so they owe nothing.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. All rise. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Najee. How are you?
I'm doing well, Judge. How you feeling?
Good.
It's case number 191 on the docket. DeReamer versus Lyons, Stitch, and Fantini.
You are suing the band because you're saying they owe you money for you helping them write a song.
I went over to Mikey Lyons' apartment with my boyfriend, who is our mutual friend. That's how we know each other.
Yeah.
And we're over there. They're doing a jam session. They say, hey, let me show you a few of the songs that we have for our next album. It's gonna come out next year. Perfect. I'm listening to the songs, and then they ask me, hey, we have this one song. We're not really sure where we're going with it. We have like a few chords, all of that. Can you help us finish this? Can you help us? They asked me for help. And me, because being a songwriter, I've helped people in the past before, I was like, sure, you know, I know these guys, all of that. So I helped them write this song. A few hours later, we're figuring out the logistics of it, basically finish an entire song.
What part of this song did you help them with?
1.5 verses, the hook, and the bridge. So basically the entire song, except the third verse.
And you heard what she said. It was a jam session. You guys are hanging out.
Sure.
Probably all friendly.
Yes, so everything that she said as far as the story is not true. As far as our music, we've been together as a band for about 2 to 3 years, and we take our art and creativity highly, highly serious.
Yes.
For me personally, besides the relationships with my friends and family, it's the most important thing to me.
Yep.
So when we get together and write, or if I write myself, we normally have those sessions closed off from friends, the outside world, and we get together, and I actually wrote this song in California. So I made the track, recorded it. This was without the vocals because Mikey was not with us at this point. I sent the track over to him, and that's when Mikey did the writing himself. There was a time that Kira and her boyfriend did watch us jam. Not really too concerned about that time because that was just us practicing and showing our songs.
What is the name of the song?
It's called Suicide Note.
Whoa.
That's heavy.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a look at the video.
Yes.
All these scars recognize me. You cannot desensitize me. You don't own my body, mind, or my beautiful soul. Don't go. You know this is my suicide note.
Very good. That is what you call it.
No, you did not.
Okay.
How that continued was, you know, a few hours later, we got this all down, and I asked them for payment. They said, definitely, sure. In the past, I've even bought off of Johnny and Mario for just the instrumental of a song one time, and we did that transaction. So, you know, I know they've been legit in the past with me before. I didn't feel like I needed to worry. They also said this album wouldn't even be released, nor the song performed or released until next year. So I was like, we got some time. So understand my confusion. When 4th of July comes around, I go to see them at this small town festival to go see them, support them. And I hear the song that I wrote. They knew I was in the crowd, didn't even credit me, could have at least done that since money's not in my pocket right now from what you guys said you were gonna pay me.
She came to that show and recorded it for us, and then my presumption is just seeing us do our thing and like how much energy we brought to it. Right after that is when we found out that we were getting sued to come here today.
Yeah,
so
the crowd
my
of
best
10
guess
people
would be
was
that.
so amazing. Thank you so much for that one.
Then why'd you come and film? Why'd you come and film it then?
So
What
I
did they
confronted
say
them.
they would pay you?
Yeah, when did we agree to that?
We agreed to it when the song would come out so that we could divide the proportions and the royalties
So why
of
are you
it.
trying to get money
But
now
you
if it's
didn't
not
know
out?
a specific dollar amount.
No, it was just going to be percentages once we saw how good the song would do once it was released.
And I would
person
like
for
to
you.
add as well, Your Honor, that
Yes.
when she did come over that day and she was at my house for that rehearsal, all the lyrics for the song were written already.
Prior to
No.
her being there, and we
No,
have
that's
that
not true,
in our
Your Honor.
evidence here.
It is completely not true.
That's
They
100%
reached out to me,
true.
they asked me for help, and we finished the song.
As far as asking for help, going back to what I said about our music ability, We try to not have an ego because it's important to stay humble, but we know that we bring it to the table, and I can assure you that we don't need help from anyone when it comes to writing tunes, because as you can see, we have some success. We've been doing it for a while, and as you can tell, sometimes people like to ride off of success, whether they're friends or not, and I feel like that's the situation we have going on here.
If I was writing off of your success, I would have asked for feature on it. I didn't even ask for that.
But you don't even
I
have
just
any
wanted some
vocals on it.
royalties on it.
Yeah, you don't need a feature. You don't write the
You don't
tune.
have any
Okay.
vocals
This is
on
also
it.
the first time I'm meeting you, so I don't think I'd give rights to a song that I was involved with.
Johnny,
to
you can't even write as far as I can throw you. So
okay.
I know you didn't write
He's a
the song.
machine.
You keep going back and forth. You say that you wrote it in California, and then Mikey wrote it
did.
in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah,
it's
there's
either
I
or.
was in California. We can call each other.
Yeah.
We can
I
I mean,
FaceTime.
they're
There's
already
a lot
switching their stories.
So in California, on this date, I sent the track over to Mikey. Mikey wrote his lyrics. I moved home from California in January. Mario just moved back home. We've been doing our thing again. The cloud's picking up, and
now we're here.
yeah.
This is what I'm dealing with,
Here's-
Your Honor.
You're saying that none of her suggestions, none of her words appear in your song.
Not a single
Not
word.
a single word.
Not a single word. The only type of help that she provided
Yeah.
to that jam session was singing a part of a song that was already written by me
No,
and singing it a
no.
different way, which I then heard and did on a completely different part of
Or just
a
be
song.
a blatant liar.
That is not the song.
Yeah, that wasn't the song. It's a song called Sokomov, and this is Suicide Note. She sang that part of Sokomov.
No.
Oh.
I heard that, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do something similar on a different song. That doesn't mean that she wrote
I
any
literally
of the
have never
song.
even heard
All
that
right.
song.
To answer your question, Your
Did
Honor,
you ask for payment that day?
Yes,
No, she didn't.
yes.
So that particular day, you say you did ask for payment, you say she didn't?
yeah, it didn't even, like, none of that even happened.
Maybe
as
they
far
were
as
too
writing it.
drunk to remember, but
Okay,
it
well.
did happen.
We did write her a song, Mario and I, that we sold to her, and we did get a contract drawn up. We went through the whole entire process as top-notch and straightforward as you possibly could.
Yep.
So when it comes to us doing business, we make sure we take care of it.
Okay, there is a contract here, and you wrote a song and she paid you $400.
Right, but that is
Correct.
totally separate from the case that we have today.
Okay.
The point I was making with that is, if we were to do business with her again,
It would be a
musically,
contract.
of course.
But it was a jam session, so why would I be asking for a
Because it wasn't
contract
a jam
immediately?
session, it was a rehearsal. Jamming is when we get together
So
and
then
when
why
we
are
write.
you saying they're closed off though? Because you just went back from
Jam
saying you wrote
sessions
it,
are closed
Mikey
off.
wrote it.
A rehearsal is a rehearsal.
All right, here's...
Can I ask her then, let me ask you this, Carrie. If you were involved in the creative process so much, can you explain what our artistic motive was for the song and the song that we created before that? Because they go together. Do you remember us? Since
Do you
since
even
you
know
were
your own artistic motive? Because we all just watched that video, right?
Okay, so yeah, I'll
Okay.
tell you it then. The meaning behind these two songs that she cannot even answer for because she was not there was Oswego is where I used to go fishing with my father in upstate New York. And then my father, when I was 16 years old, actually committed suicide. Hence, Suicide Note, the song that plays afterwards. So considering that that means so much to me, and Mikey and I get intimate when we start our writing process, I'll write the musical parts, he'll put the drums down, and then Mikey and I kind of discuss, or if Mikey has his own ideas, which he normally does within ourselves, he brings it right to the table. So considering that that's what our plan and motive was for this album, it wouldn't make sense, specifically with those two songs, to go to someone outside of the band, and especially that she didn't even know that when I just asked her that. Like, you didn't even know that. How are you going to come and write a song when you couldn't even answer that question?
Because you're not the
you
only
weren't there
person
when
in
we
the
wrote
world who's
song.
ever had a
'Cause you weren't
situation
there
with
when we wrote-
suicide.
You weren't
Stitch.
there when
Okay.
we wrote the song.
I understand both your stories, but you haven't proven it in a court of law. And
Your
if, you know,
Honor.
if there was a tape of this conversation, if someone was running their phone video where you were doing it, and I could look at it and say, hey, she's writing those lyrics for you. She made that suggestion for the hook. All of that.
Your
But if
Honor,
there's
why
no
would why would I make this up though?
Well, then why would they lie? The case is dismissed.
Good job. I feel like it's a normal day because I just came in here and told the truth. I'm just trying to stick up for the integrity of my band and my music, so
Yes, sir.
I feel pretty damn good that Jerry himself suspended the case and agreed with us because that's what it's all about. That's why we're here.
They're just liars. That's really all they are. Freak the Mighty is just a bunch of liars. I would never listen to them, and I will never, ever, ever go to one of their concerts ever again for as long as I live.
I write all of my music. I write music every day.
Yeah, I honestly don't care if people say anything about us. I know what I do, and that's all that matters to me.
I'm right there with them.
Stitch is not the only person in the world with suicide note. That's not even a classic idea, and I'm never going to work with them ever again. I got screwed, and that's it, and it's not fair.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.